Imagine a civilization so powerful that its monuments still stand after 4,000 years. A land of pharaohs, pyramids, mummies, and mysterious gods. This is the story of ancient Egypt, how it rose from the Nile, built wonders of the world, and then disappeared into history. Stay with me, because the end of Egypt is just as dramatic as its beginning. Ancient Egypt began along the River Nile. Every year, the Nile flooded, leaving behind rich, black soil perfect for farming. This annual gift meant food was plentiful, and where there is food, there are people. Where there are people, there is power. Villages grew into cities, and these cities eventually formed to kingdoms, Upper Egypt in the south and Lower Egypt in the north. Around 3100 BCE, a powerful king named Narmer, also known as Menes, did something remarkable. He united Upper and Lower Egypt, becoming the first pharaoh, the king of a single, unified Egypt. Pharaohs were not just kings. They were seen as gods on earth. Their word was law, and they believed their names could live forever, if they could protect them. This desire for immortality led to the Old Kingdom, also called the Age of the Pyramids. Pharaohs wanted to live forever, even after death. So they built giant stone tombs, pyramids, to house their bodies and treasures for the afterlife. The most famous are the majestic pyramids of Giza and the enigmatic Great Sphinx. Thousands of workers, years of planning, and no modern machines. And yet, these incredible structures are still standing today. But building pyramids on this scale was incredibly expensive, and over time, the pharaoh's power and wealth began to weaken. After the Old Kingdom collapsed, Egypt entered a period of chaos. Local rulers fought each other for power. Then came the Middle Kingdom. A new line of pharaohs restored some order, improved farming techniques, built canals for irrigation, and expanded trade with neighboring lands. But Egypt's borders were still weak, and new, powerful enemies were watching and waiting. Around 1650 BCE, invaders called the Hyksos swept into Egypt, taking control of the northern regions. They brought with them revolutionary new technologies like horses, chariots, and advanced bronze weapons. The Egyptians, initially overwhelmed, learned from their conquerors. They adopted these new tools of war and then fought back, driving the Hyksos out. From this struggle, a stronger, more resilient Egypt was reborn, the New Kingdom. This was the golden age of ancient Egypt, an era of incredible wealth, power, and cultural achievement. It was ruled by some of the most famous pharaohs in history. There was Hatshepsut, a remarkable woman pharaoh who focused on expanding trade. Thutmose III, a brilliant military strategist who became a great conqueror. Akhenaten, the heretic pharaoh who tried to completely change Egypt's ancient religion. And, of course, Tutankhamun, the boy king, whose tomb was discovered almost completely untouched in the 20th century. Then there was Ramses II, the great builder and warrior who reigned for over 60 years. Egypt became a true empire, ruling lands far beyond its borders. Huge, magnificent temples like Karnak and Abu Simbel were built to honor the gods and immortalize the pharaohs. At the heart of Egyptian civilization was a profound belief in religion and the afterlife. Egyptians believed death was not the end, but simply a journey to another world. To reach the afterlife, your body had to be preserved and your soul had to pass a final judgment. They developed the complex process of mummification, carefully wrapping the body in linen to protect it from decay. They buried their dead with food, jewelry, furniture, and all the treasures they might need to live well in the next world. For them, a good life wasn't just lived on Earth. It was something that could last forever. But no empire lasts forever. Slowly, Egypt became weaker, worn down by constant wars, repeated invasions, and internal conflicts. First, the Assyrians came and conquered. Then the powerful Persians took control. In 330 BCE, a new force arrived from the west. Alexander the Great of Macedonia conquered Egypt without a fight. After Alexander's death, Egypt was ruled by the Ptolemies, a dynasty of Greek origin. The last and most famous of them was Cleopatra VII. Cleopatra desperately tried to keep Egypt independent by forming political and romantic alliances with powerful Roman leaders like Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. But when Rome's armies, led by Octavian, defeated her and Antony, Egypt's freedom was lost for good. In 30 BCE, after Cleopatra's tragic death, Egypt officially became a province of the vast Roman Empire. The age of the pharaohs was finally over. Even though the ancient kingdom fell, Egypt never truly disappeared. Its legacy is all around us. The pyramids still rise from the desert sands, inspiring awe in millions of visitors. Ancient hieroglyphs still tell stories on temple walls, waiting to be deciphered. And museums all over the world display mummies and priceless treasures recovered from the land of the Nile. Ancient Egypt profoundly influenced art, architecture, religion, and science. Even today, thousands of years later, we are still trying to decode all of its secrets. From a simple river in the desert, they built an empire that lasted for 3,000 years. Their kings wanted to live forever, and in a way, they did. Because as long as we continue to tell the story of ancient Egypt, its spirit will never truly end. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and follow for more stories from history.